An extremely heavy air dominates the space. From what we heard, the rules are simple. 9 coffins. If Gin is picked, we lose. If Midori is hit, we win. But is it really that simple? Above all, it's strange that Midori, who should be in the coffin, isn't saying anything. But it doesn't change what we have to do. We'll discuss it together and find an answer. By the way, you can rotate the coffins during your discussions if you want. Make good use of it. Save game. Does this machine really just rotate? Can we look at it in more detail? We ought to think about how we can differentiate the coffins. Alright, let's observe. So he says, but hey, they all look pretty much the same. The only one we can identify is Anzu's coffin. That means there's only a 1 in 8 chance that we hit Midori. There's also the possibility that we hit Gin. Meow! That's a problem, Wolf. I can't die like this, Wolf. Right, but what differences in appearance is there? Is there not something, some way to see things the eye cannot? Let me think about it. We have the, light. Where is it? Actually, let me read that. What did it say? A small lantern with a switch. What might happen when you turn it on? Are these all the same? Real name, Sohyuri's face on it. What does this note mean? Anyway. Yep. Use the lantern. Koreda! This is it. What? The lantern. The light of the light of the lantern can reveal things that you can't normally see. But I thought it was out of battery. We'll use the one I picked up. Received a lantern from Kyutaro. Thinking it's the same as your lantern, Sarah. Thank you very much. Now let's try this. I see. The coffins are glowing. Eh? What? What's going on outside? We're not sure of the details either, but there's something special to these coffins. The ones that light up are the ones that were in the graveyard. We might just be able to tell them apart. Progress. Mystery of the glowing coffins. The coffins must be made with a special material that glows in the lantern's light. Hey, what's it look like? How many glowing coffins are there? Tell me! We saw the coffins glowing like this when we were off on our own, too. I'm gonna turn the lantern. Hold on, I gotta open up Notepad because... you know, reasons. Okay. So number 3, 6, glow. So does 8. 8 and 9. 1. Wait a minute. 1 and 3. 1, but 2, which is Anzu's, isn't glowing, which is weird. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 glowing coffins. And the cemetery should have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coffins. Okay. So that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so how many aren't lit up? 2, 4, 5. Actually, I'm gonna write that down as well. Seven. Okay, so the ones that are lit up are 3, 6, 8, 9, and 1. And the ones that aren't lit up are 2, 4, 5, 7. That's only 4 coffins. In total, there are 9 coffins. I don't know what any of these numbers mean. I'm just writing them all down just in case. Okay, so we saw the coffins glowing like this when we were off on our own, too. Hey, what's it look like? How many glowing coffins are there? Tell me. The coffins must be made with a special material. Okay, that's irrelevant. Okay, extract. Oops. Clicked out of the game for a second. Okay, extract. Never would have guessed the same lantern would be on floor 5, too. When we used it in the cemetery, all 7 coffins started glowing. All 7 coffins? This is an important statement. Oh, I'm glad I wrote that down then. Well, do you know? Yeah, the number of glowing coffins is 5. Really? I see. That's not gonna be helpful at all to you. If there are 5 glowing coffins, then like, what? This has to be a lead. Let me think about it. Does this mean that not all of the coffins that were in the graveyard are here? Let's verse these 2 statements with Kyutaro and Anzu. All 7 glowed? Yeah. Then why are there only 5 glowing now? And by the way, there exist no other coffins than these. So the 7 glowing coffins were reduced to 5 glowing coffins because there are coffins that lost their glow. Shit. Alright, why don't we think about why that is? The coffins lost glow. We can see plainly that Anzu's number 2 coffin isn't glowing. I've lost my glow? Ahem. Don't go adding pointless statements. I'll retract it. Maple exploded on top of Anzu's coffin. Is that why? But there should be one other coffin that lost its glow, shouldn't there? Is there another cause besides the explosion? Even little things matter here. Do any of you remember anything unusual that happened to the coffins? All I can think of is how their peculiar smell bothers me. That's right. Hinako splashed liquid at me and got my clothes all sticky. Maybe the coffins actually used power to glow? Surely they ran out of battery. It's gotta be the explosion's fault, yeah? The heat of the blast, say. So, exposure to heat... Oh, duh! The consent form to erase the green gloop on it, we use the steam power. So it's probably heat reactive. Okay. So, who was it? Okay, so... I'm gonna store your statement. Actually, maybe I should extract first. See, Hinako was having me hold her cocoa, and I said, "It's hot, carry it yourself." Then she crumpled it up and splashed it all over my coffin. I had no choice but to wipe it off myself. But that ain't important, is it? It absolutely is. I can't overlook this statement. And, heat of the blast, yeah. Okay, it's, this guy's. The impact of the explosion or the heat. There's a lot that could have done it, ain't there? Yep. Oops. Store statement against yours. Hold on a sec. I want to hear about what you said. What, me? Yeah, I think it was cocoa, but maybe it was actually a cafe mocha? Whichever it is, that ain't the point. Ranmaru said the cocoa didn't matter, but both the explosion and the hot cocoa share the fact of being super hot. Hey, is that really relevant? He's not wrong that a blast and hot cocoa would both be high temperature. If the heat had an effect, that means something melted? Paint! Maybe there's something like paint on the surface of the coffins that glows from the lantern. Come to think of it, that would connect to something else. The consent form in the classroom. That black paint. It glowed similarly when I used the lantern. And a spray of steam got rid of it. Whoa! So it was using the same paint? It's not unlikely. If the paint comes off at high temperatures, then I can understand why Ranmaru's coffin would have lost its glow. And it's possible that a certain other coffin lost its glow as well. Another coffin that stopped glowing. A coffin that might have stopped glowing, similar to Ranmaru's. That would be Keiji's coffin. The coffin Keiji was in. That coffin used a cremation system meant to grill Keiji alive. I love all these cooking metaphors whenever they talk about Keiji's cremation coffin. Indeed, with enough heat that just touching the lid would burn you. So Mr. Policeman's coffin lost its glow too, meow. I bet the melted paint got under the lid, which is why it got stuck and wouldn't open, meow. Yet, how strange. Going with this, there's Anzu, Ranmaru, and Keiji. 3 coffins would have stopped glowing. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. The numbers don't match up. Considering that, doesn't it make you wonder who painted them and when? Good point. I want to clear that up. Understood. Let's discuss it. Who painted the coffins when? First up, when I split off from Sarah, all 7 coffins in the cemetery were glowing. Then someone painted the coffins before we parted from Kyutaro Hamburger. I imagine it had to have been Midori. Surely the culprit wouldn't be one of us. I know. Wouldn't it get on their hands or clothes when they applied it? That paint stuff. I don't remember seeing anyone acting questionably in the cemetery. Could there not be a culprit, meow? Got it. The culprit is Maple. Hold up. We sure that old-timer Kyutaro is telling the truth? There must be some meaning to them being painted in the first place. Okay. First off, let me make a note on which ones are from the cemetery. So number 2, Anzu's, is definitely a coffin from the cemetery. That means 4, 5, and 7. So 2 of those are also coffins whose paint should have been removed. That still doesn't add up to 7, though. Okay, so what are we doing? I don't remember seeing anyone acting questionably in the cemetery. First up, when I split off from Sarah, all 7 coffins in the cemetery were glowing. Then someone painted the coffins before we parted from Kyutaro Hamburger. I don't know, I kind of felt like they had always probably had paint on them. There must be some meaning to them being painted in the first place. Got it, the culprit is Maple, she's the one who applied the paint. No. Hold up, we sure that old-timer Kyutaro was telling the truth? I imagine it had to have been Midori, surely the culprit couldn't be one of us. I know, wouldn't it get on their hands or clothes when they applied it? That paint stuff. Should I conflict Alice and Ranmaru? Maybe I should extract their statements first. It's inconceivable that no one saw such a suspicious act, thus, it was much, much earlier. The very beginning, before the death game even began. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Before it began. Don't gawk at me. What I mean is, they were repainted for the death game. Surely Midori repainted some old coffins that had been sitting around for some time. Well, they're custom coffins. He reused them. The culprit doesn't exist. In other words, a ghost meow. The ghost of the person in the coffin played a trick, woof. Smile wryly. Haha. I was joking, meow. Stop treating me like a troublesome kid, woof. I mean, it's a brand new coffin, so of course there wouldn't be a ghost, meow. Brand new. What, big sis Sarah? You don't remember, woof? Seaweed had said, I can't wait. It's my first time using this fancy coffin, meow. Come to think of it. Okay, so yeah, I can verse those two statements. You've done it, Gin Ibushi, well remembered. Naturally, meow. No wonder there were no suspicious persons. A new coffin would have been painted to begin with. So it was coated in paint back when it was made? Like the chocolate on chocolate-covered almonds. Then even the coffins outside the cemetery. Yes, Meister said so, that Gin and Midori's coffins were both new. So Gin and Midori's coffins both glow. Both of their coffins glow. Exactly, meow. Then the numbers would add up. It's not like 2 out of the 7 coffins that no longer glow. It's 4 out of the 9. Okay, wait. First off, I need to write some of this down. So Gin and Midori's coffins both glow. Banzu's, Ramaru's, Keiji's, and 1 more coffin ceased to glow. Okay. There's just 1 we can identify, but I suspect the last one would be among the cemetery coffins. It would be odd if it wasn't. This is some amazing information, isn't it? Because it means that Midori is in one of the glowing coffins. Correct. Oh, then if we picked a glowing coffin... wait up! The same goes for Gin, too. Oh yeah, then that's no good. Unless we got a way to distinguish Gin and Midori, it's still a game of chance. 1 in 5. 1 in 5 odds that we hit Midori? If we just miss, that's one thing. But if we hit Gin, Gin dies. Sarah, it's too soon to come to an answer. There must be something else we can do. Couldn't we look more closely at that machine? Using the machine. Okay, let's take a look. First off, save. My notes seem a little messy, but it's what it is. What do they mean by machine? So, basically, Gin and Midori are either in 3, 6, 8, 9, or 1. 3, 6, 9, 8. This part of the platform. It shows the number of each coffin, yes. So what are these round lamps beneath the numbers? Whoa, hey whoa, don't go casually pressing that. Will you tell me about it? Of course. See, these lamps are a hint function. Hint? Yep. Man, I'm going into a cowboy accent here. This is a game where you and Midori take turns selecting coffins, but before each selection, you can get 1 hint. Once before each selection. Can Midori use it too? Yes, ma'am. And I'm sure he will. And what exactly are these hints? Too bad. Explanation ends here. Just see what happens and think about it. What? You're good at puzzles, ain't ya? Do we just have to use it? Sarah, let's test it out. We've narrowed it down to 5. I'm sure it won't be a waste. You're right. Then I'll explain how to use it. Put the coffin you want to use a hint on right in front, then touch the platform. Alright. I'll choose one of the glowing coffins to use a hint on. Save. The one in front is coffin number 6. Should I use the hint on this? Yeah, let's try it. I pressed the lamp. It lit up, red. Oh! Wait, is that it? What's that tell us? Calm yourself, Cube Taro Hamburger. I guess his name is forever gonna be Cube Taro Hamburger to Alice. That is what we will now consider. Guess you're right. Listen, we can't use another hint. If we don't hit Midori, it'll come around to his turn. We have to prevent that. Gin's life is on the line. It's okay. Even the single lamp gives us information. For example, the lamp's shape, the lamp's color, the lamp's glow, the lamp's temperature. What? I mean, the lamp's color? I mean, she said red, so I'm assuming the lamp's color. Its color? Think back to our searching on this floor. We saw numerous devices with a relation to colors. That's true. Oh, Yutaro copied me. Then we'll have to discuss what we can determine from the color, meow. Right. If we all join forces, I'm sure we can solve this mystery. Let's uncover the secret of the color. We got that little note card that said, that had numbers applying to colors. The lamp indicates the contents. Red for red blood. In other words, there's a human within. No, I don't think that's it. Speaking of color, there were those 3 buttons on Maple's back. Red, blue, yellow. Yeah. Come to think of it, it feels like I read a message involving the colors red, blue, and yellow. You did. Hey, could it be a gender or something? Lots of bathrooms in Japan use red for girls, blue for boys, yeah? I'm unsure if it's relevant, but when Mai did her fingerprint scan, there was a colored glow. Oh, okay, I kind of feel like it's gonna be hard to theorize just from the color of the lamp wolf. Okay, first off, 6 is red. Gonna write that down. I'm curious about that Mai thing. Yeah. That said, I don't actually remember what color it was. Haha. Useless. Gender or something, lots of bathrooms. That's why I got laughed at for having a red backpack as a kid. Pisses me off. So anyway, the person in coffin number 6, a girl, no mistaking it. No, I didn't mean to extract that statement from you. This is the one that mentioned the note. Here it is. Okay, item, the note. It reads, game start, blue 1, red 6, yellow 0. This is it! This is what you saw, Kanna. What's that? We found this note while exploring, which matches something that was displayed on the coffin control system. That's right! I remember now. The colors were all explained there too. Blue human, red doll, yellow vacant. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I totally forgot about this. Blue human, red doll, yellow vacant. So there's six dolls, one human, and one vacant. Okay. And since it was on the coffin control screen, the colors would give information about the contents of the coffins, wouldn't they? So the red color of this lamp, red doll, that means one of the dummies is in there. Wahahaha, a good hint. For we've learned that all but Gin Ibushi will be red. If we choose red coffins, we shall avoid hitting Gin Ibushi. Is that really it? Sarah, remember the coffin control screen again. Specifically, that message to the top right. Yeah, it said 6 dolls, but there are 7 coffins. Again, I'm wondering if Midori is human. Data log. Blue 1, red 6, yellow 0. Ain't this a record from when the contents of the coffins was checked? Meow! We didn't do anything like that, meow. Does it automatically make a record, maybe? If so, when is this record from? The start of the game, before the banquet. The start of the game. It must be when the game started. I'm guessing that note was a printout of this log. And since this says game start blue 1, red 6, yellow 0, that would place it at the very beginning before Midori and the dummies came out. Oh, and then remember... Okay, you know what? Forget about the Midori thing. Midori is a doll. I'm saying it based off of this. Because Ranmaru said that there was a human amongst us. Amongst the dummies. But wait, that would mean those 7 had one human mixed in, meow. A human among the dummies? There's what? So, who is that sneaky bastard? I can't believe something like that. Look, let's calm down for a second. Ranmaru, what are you trying to say? You're the one who told me that. You think we can calm down about this? See, like, doesn't it mean someone's been lying and pretending to be one of us dummies? Hell, why would they even do something like that? What are you trying to do here, Ranmaru? What should I do? I don't know what this fact means, but I won't be able to fully trust the dummies at this rate. In that case... Understood. Let's first make it clear who the human is. Who's the human?